Hey guys, so I just had a friend call, and with everything going on with Boeing, he was really curious to know what we meant when we said short selling a stock. So if you are new to trading and you have never short sold a stock or have any idea about what it's about, basically there's two ways you can make money. You can make money when you buy a stock and you sell it higher, or you can short sell, which is you sell the stock and then when it drops, you buy the stock back and you make the money on the downside. So here are really the steps of it. So basically, as a short seller, you do borrow the shares from the broker. It's kind of like borrowing money to buy a house, right? So you borrow those shares and then you sell those shares on the market, and you get typically whatever rate you're going to sell it at, so whether it's a limit order or market order. And then as that stock, you would like it to drop as a short seller, then you get the money. And then once you've bought that stock back, then you go ahead and you return those shares back to the broker. The difference between where you sold the stock and where you bought it back is your profit. Now, I'll go through another example on a stock chart so you can see. So we've got Facebook up here, and let me just close this over here. So you can see this is Facebook on the daily chart and Facebook on a 15-minute chart. So I've got a sample of, say you wanted to go ahead and short this at the close of day, right? So you say, okay, listen, I think Facebook's had this nice uptrend, but it looks like 2 days with selling pressure, and today it had an upward spike, and so I'm going to go ahead and short this stock. I actually have up a buy, so hold on one second. Let's go here and flip it. So short position, so we will put that here, and we will get rid of the other one to give you an idea. Okay, so we'll get rid of this, remove that. So say you wanted to go ahead and short the stock based on the close. So Facebook, you say, okay, I see over here on the daily chart, it opened down here at 172.32. The high of the day was 174, and it closed. I'm going to go ahead and sell it. So you can say, all right, I'm going to put my stop, which would be your risk limit, at just above 174. So we'll do 174.10, right? So we can take this and we can go ahead, we could adjust that, pull it down just a little bit, and go right here on the settings. So the entry was 173.37. We'll put a stop 174.10, we'll say, and the profit. So we'll say, okay, we want to try to go ahead and take profit down here at 171.61. So you can see that you've got a risk-reward ratio here of 2.41 here. You can see it calculates it. This is pretty cool right on TradingView. So 2.41. And if you'd happen to do this, right now you see overnight action based on the news of Facebook coming out with the investigator probe that this has dropped from 173.37 down to after hours close of 171.11. So that's a sample of a short. Another one, potentially, many people are looking at it. Let me get rid of these here. So Boeing is another potential one, right? Because Boeing has had all of this news about all of the issues with the aircraft, right? So let's go ahead, let's remove that, and we'll go over here and put Boeing on the 15-minute chart. So say you wanted to short Boeing. This is the daily chart over here and the 15-minute chart. You might not be able to see it. Hold on, because of my, okay, so we have, this is the daily chart here and the 15-minute chart over here. So we had 1, 2, 3 down days. It looks like it came down and touched the 120 moving average, and then it bounced up. Massive volume in these past 3 days. So a sample, you could say, okay, well, it closed at 377.14, and the high of today was 381.77. So that's about a $4 move. So you want to risk reward accordingly, right? So you could go ahead and put on your potential short position. So you say, okay, well, let's go ahead and sell it right at the close of the day, right? And I don't want to have the risk up to 321. Maybe I want to go ahead, let's see, we've already seen that. So we'll go in the back here. Okay, so we'll say 378, but really we want to give it a little bit more wiggle room. So we'll put it 380. That's where we would like to have our stop. So we'll go ahead and put in 380, but maybe just above, because the round number might act as an area. And we are looking for profits back down, all the way down here to the low of this candle. We'll call that where we want to have our profit. So this would be the potential where you can make the money as the stock is dropping to the downside. So you see, if it goes up, the red means you're losing money because you've borrowed this stock and you don't want to have to buy it back at a higher price. So if it drops, then you're going to make money on the downside when it goes green. So this has a risk reward ratio of 3.92. So what I'm talking about by that is it's $2.76 to the upside, and we have $10.81 to the downside. So that's a good way to look at your risk, so you can see, okay, I've got over 3, so this looks like it would be a pretty good trade. You know, if you were to get in with 100 shares, if it goes up $3, you might be down $300, but if it goes down, you could potentially make $1,000. All right, guys, I hope that helps you to understand how to short a stock. If you guys have any questions, please go ahead and email me, put comments below. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. And I'd love to see you at the Modern Trader Summit. Have a great day.